What's up, everybody? Big Will, K-pop for life, coming back at ya. And I'm tired as hell, but I'm hyped as hell because Lee.Hi is back. It's literally been like 17 years since YG locked her ass in the dungeon, and I guess they found the key. I don't know what took so long, but let me just share something with y'all for the people that are new to the channel. Lee.Hi of all people in K-pop is what got me into K-pop. I discovered Lee.Hi on YouTube by accident with her song, It's Over.
I said over.
And as soon as I found it, I fell in love with K-pop. I was sitting there going, wait, I know some of y'all heard the story before, but I'm going to say it again. I remember going, wait, what is this? This little ass Asian girl got this sultry R&B voice? What is happening here? I listened to it again and again and again, and then Big Paul came in. If you're new to the channel, go look at some old videos. Big Paul used to be on the channel. Big Paul came in. He's like, what the hell are you watching, dude? And he started making fun of me and talking shit, but you know, I don't care. And I made him watch it, and I made him watch it again. Then we started watching a few other things, and then we driving to Walmart to get some snacks because we fat. And he's like, oh, he's like driving in the car, and he's like, Tuli, uli, under his breath. And I'm just like, are you singing Lee.Hi right now? And he's like, shut up. and then it just snowballed. It just snowballed from there. So Lee.Hi is what got me into K-pop. I love Lee.Hi. She's extremely underrated. She has one of the biggest voices and one of the better voices in K-pop that gets no love because YG sucks. But we all know that. Either way, I'm really hyped about this new song. I don't know what to expect. So we're just going to jump right into this. All right, guys, we're going to do this one a little bit different than normal. I've already watched the video, got it a couple times. I'll probably throw that reaction up on my Patreon, link in the description below. But we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about the video. We'll talk about the song, goods, bads, and everything in between. Let's get into it. So this is actually, if you don't know, her new mini album. I think it's called 24 Degrees Celsius. I don't know how many songs are on the mini album, but I do know that this song apparently shot to the top of the charts on like Melon and Naver, like almost instantly. So what you're going to notice right away, which I found interesting, is it had like a very reggaeton beat. And I'm not a huge fan of reggaeton. I like it once in a while, but that beat, I spent 2 weeks in Jamaica. My best friend growing up was Jamaican for like 17 years. So I've heard that beat a lot. It's literally the only beat that they use in Jamaica for reggaeton music. I find it very simplistic and boring, but I haven't heard it in a long time, so it's okay in this. But what they do later with it, I really liked. So I'll show you that when we get to it. So one thing I noticed about where they went with this video is a while ago I was watching Lee.Hi and she was on Weekly Idol when Donnie and Defcon were still there. And she was talking about how YG would not let her do a sexy concept or a more mature concept because he said no matter what Lee.Hi did, she was just cute. I disagree with that. I think that she has the right vibe. I think that they just always dressed her in pigtails and stupid shit and made her look like a little kid. So they kind of kept her in this weird sort of wonky middle ground that really didn't help her grow as an artist. And I think that once you see this video, if you haven't watched it yet, this video they actually sort of stepped more into that more like mature, classy, sexy kind of vibe, and I think it really works for her a lot. I like the moon doorknob. And right there you hear it. Hold on. They immediately meld and fuse two forms of music together. So it went from just a plain reggaeton beat to immediately having a reggaeton and almost sort of a Middle Eastern Indian, Punjab kind of vibe to it in there. I'm digging that. I love musical fusion, especially when they make it work right. And it's definitely like refreshing to the ear. So I was digging that. Okay, so before we get into B.I.'s part here, I will say that I think they missed an opportunity on the chorus because she does have such a big, soulful voice. You pretty much don't get to hear it until the very end of this, and even then, you really can't hear it. Because what she can do, if you're most people, this is most people's introduction to Lehigh. Most people don't know who the fuck Lehigh is. This is her introduction, so it's safe, but I think that she could have blown away new fans by really using that R&B voice she has because she's so soulful. And they could have gone a little bit bigger at the chorus, and they chose to keep it more mellow, I guess more in step with the type of music that's playing. But they really missed an opportunity there. I think they could have gone either way, and it would have worked. But it's still a good song. But that one part, I feel like they could have gone a little bit more like some runs and some like deeper R&B soul right there at the chorus. It would have been fire. So YG has a thing about putting people on big-ass planets. In this case, it's not Earth, where it was Rose. It's he floating on cotton candy with Fruit Loops and a milk ring. I don't really understand the point of this, but... So I'm going to point something out here real quick. Right there. I doubt you can see it, but watch it for yourself on a big screen. Right on her arm, she is completely covered in goose pimples. Like, she's fucking freezing. And you can see it again when she spins later. They're all over her legs. So this is like legit a cold set that they're shooting on, probably because of the actual ice on the ground, I'm guessing. But I like the change here. So it went from like white and a lot of more like subtle tones. And then in this next one, everything around her is white, but she is now in like a deep red, and it's sort of almost showing. I think that was the point of this video in some respects, to show her maturing from a young person and a younger artist to like a more mature, sexy vibe that she's putting out. Because by the end, she looks like a grown-ass woman. You'll see. Many more. No to up so. So right. So right where they're in, right when that drops, that's where I think they should have kicked up the chorus music just a little bit and let her hit a couple big, just like whoa, like big R&B notes. It would have really struck that chord, and a little bit of the change in music structure that this song needs. So I don't really understand the point of this video. She's supposed to be a cat, but what I find interesting is that Lehigh herself, there's a lot of K-pop groups always have a member who has, I would say, more feline features, and I say that in a good way. Like, they tend to have more a cat-like look, and I don't know if that sounds stupid or not, but think about like Yuna from AOA, or her sister that's in Very Good, or Chung-ah. Like, they're all very pretty, but they almost sort of have like a feline feel about them. I can't explain it, but there's always like a lot of groups always have like a cat girl member. Is what me and Paul always call it. Like, oh, there's the cat girl member. Like, they always sort of remind you something about their way their face and their eyes, the way they do their makeup and stuff, the shape of their mouth. It's got like, it's very feline. It's a good thing. She's one of those people. So I think it's interesting that they chose like this weird cat theme for this video, which I still don't understand. Throwing in the heavy basses and like abandoning the reggaeton. I really like that hair on her too. It looks dope. See, right there. Ooh. This last verse is where the song all comes together, though. They could have used bigger notes here at the end from her. Yeah, it's a good song. I don't understand the end here where she turns into a cat, and it's a really weird cat. I don't understand any of that, but Lehigh, thank you for introducing me into K-pop. You know I love you, girl. And I really enjoyed the song, especially the more I listened to it. I actually, because I was so late getting home, I ended up having to run, and I listened to it in my headphones when I was running, and I gave it the car test because I had to run to the store, so it passed the car test because in the car I was just like, start hitting that deep body roll, you know. It's just like, feeling like JRE up in this motherfucker, you know. It was good. I really enjoyed the song, and there were some tweaks that I personally would have made, but they weren't enough to in any way ruin the song for me. It's a great comeback for 3 years off into what is essentially a whole different world of K-pop for her, because she came from second gen, and yeah, it's different. K-pop is different now than it was 3 years ago. So I think it's a strong comeback. I think it's a good introduction for her to all the new fans. And I said my piece. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, keep on popping, K-poppers. Remember, it's not a trend. It's a lifestyle. Subscribe. Damn it. Just subscribe. Because for some reason, subscribers just ain't subscribing. Subscribe. Deuces.